When you come to the Museum of Outdoor Arts, there is one piece of art you should be sure not to miss. This sculpture of canvas and silk is a favorite of the museum visitors. Produced by artist Michelle Brouwer, the work is a combination of ancient techniques and modern materials mixed with humor. Brouwer originally began her artistic training sketching and painting in two-dimensional formats, but soon found that 3 dimensions made her art more dynamic and flexible. These pieces from a recent exhibition reflect her expertise of line, balance, and color in all 3 dimensions of height, width, and depth. By adding depth to the subjects on the canvases, her work and experimentation led her back to the classical technique of bas-relief. Often used in ancient stone sculpture, bas-relief projects the figures or forms out from a flat background of which they are a part. This projection not only produces a greater feeling of depth, but also allows the artist to bring more visual mass and weight to the piece. Using the bas-relief technique with the materials of canvas and silk allows Brouwer to communicate in ways not possible in her two-dimensional pieces. Common to both formats, however, is her mastery of color and balance and a staggering attention to detail. The amount of energy spent on every particular of a piece reveals Brouwer's capability as an artist and craftsman and gives a good indication of the amount of work involved in producing such art. Although fairly straightforward, the process may take anywhere from 150 to 1,700 hours in order to complete a piece. As a first step in that process, Brouwer sketches out a design. Marking out the dimensions and general composition of the work, the sketch will be used as a blueprint for reference throughout the process. Having determined the overall dimensions, Brouwer has a frame built, over which canvas is stretched and then covered with silk. This is the background from which the forms and figures will project. To make the foreground figures, of which these faces are part, Brouwer starts by stitching together the basic structure out of batting or a stretchy material like nylon. This gives a foundation for features like the nose, lips, and chin. Onto this, a layer of crinoline is stitched onto the piece. Although time-consuming, this intricate layering process gives Brouwer the control needed to make each figure she creates unique. No 2 faces, as no 2 people, are alike. Their structure, posture, and expression make each one an individual. After each shape is formed, it is covered with opaque and translucent silk. For color, Brouwer applies fabric she has colored, layering each one on with an acrylic gel until each figure's color is right. Sometimes color may be added directly to the form with brush or colored pencil. Tools, shoes, and clothes are sewn, layered, and constructed in much the same way. The figures, their clothes and limbs stuffed with batting, are covered with translucent silk and then hand-stitched onto the canvas. Working from both sides with an assistant, Brouwer makes certain each figure takes its proper place upon the canvas. For the background figures, which will have a real but subtle projection from the canvas, the construction process is similar. The basic structure is stitched together right on the canvas. Layers of cloth are placed on top of each other with acrylic gel to build up the form and color. Color is also sometimes added to the canvas background directly with brush or pencil. Once all figures are formed and attached, the entire work is coated with a gel to adhere the fabrics and seal the color. This also protects the piece during and after installation. The installation process itself will vary both on the size of the work and the site at which it is to be installed. With any large piece, it necessarily involves putting up an adequate support to hold the weight of the piece. Once that is done, lifting the canvas onto the support is no easy task, but the reward of seeing it hang straight makes it well worth the effort. When you examine Brouwer's work, take the time to look closely. The details you find are as abundant as the detail in her craftsmanship. In every section of the canvas, there is something to discover, something new to find. But remember also to step back for the big picture. For in her art, Brouwer has mingled old techniques with new materials, mixing humor with an uncanny insight about the fabric that makes up the world around us.